Hey y'all, it's Steven with Yarbrough & Sons, and today I want to go over the 5 most common recommended repairs that we offer during a spring air conditioning maintenance. These repairs that I'm going to talk about today, they may not be affecting the operation of the system that you can tell right now. You know, it's something that we go out there, we're taking a look at everything, and while we're testing the components, we might notice something's going on with it that isn't showing yet. But these repairs are recommended to prevent the system from breaking down at the most inopportune time for you and for us. See, what we notice is a lot of systems break down whenever it's really hot outside. There's a lot of reasons for that. The heat has a lot to do with it. The long run times have a lot to do with it, but it's inopportune for us because we want to get out there and take care of your air conditioner, but we're really busy. So I'm going to go over those 5 repairs, just let you all know, kind of what we see and what's most common for a spring maintenance recommended repair. Let's go ahead and dig into them. Number 1, run capacitors. So run capacitors are probably the most common recommended repair that we offer on spring maintenances. What we do is we'll go out there and we'll test that capacitor and see what it is. Now, the manufacturer has a typically plus or minus 6 to 10% deviation for the rating of that run capacitor. And so, if we go out there and we see that your run capacitor is 10% or more out of specification per the capacitor manufacturer, we will recommend that as a repair during the maintenance. And again, that's to prevent it from failing on the hottest day of the year. Run capacitors fail because of heat. There's a lot of things that go into that. Number 1 is just the ambient temperature. Whenever it's hot outside, you have a metal box that's sitting directly in the sun. It's going to get some heat in it. That's one reason. Heat from components that are not operating properly, your compressor, your fan motor, things of that nature, that could cause your capacitor to overheat and then go out. That's probably the most common repair that we see is run capacitor. The number 2 most recommended repair that we do during spring maintenance is the contactor. The contactor is basically a switch that transfers power from the incoming side to the outgoing side to the components of the system. If that fails, your system is down. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Your system is down if that contactor fails. So what we're looking for on that is there pitting on the contactor? What's the ohm rating across the coil of the contactor? Are we getting any voltage drop or anything across the points of the contactor? Any of those could cause your contactor to fail. If it's overamping because the ohm reading is not correct on the windings of that contactor, on the coil of that contactor, we could prevent the failure before it happens. But the most common thing that we see on it is pitting, and that's from just that contactor hitting and arcing. And that could be something that has gotten into the contactor that has caused it to make not a perfect connection whenever that magnet pulls it in. It could just be from dirty power too. Unfortunately, we can't fix the dirty power. But that's the number 2 thing that we recommend whenever we're out doing an air conditioning maintenance. The number 3 recommended repair, fan motors. Now, I've seen people online laugh and say, "Oh, you don't need to change that fan motor out whenever it's like this." Again, we're doing preventative maintenance. We're trying to prevent things from happening. So what we see on fan motors a lot of times is that fan motor has gotten hot at some point or another. Now we could tell this because there is a sealed bearing pack inside the blower motors and the condenser fan motors. If it gets hot, that sealed bearing pack begins to leak the grease, and that grease can be seen around the rim of that fan motor. And so if we're seeing that, we know that has gotten hot at some point, and so we're going to go ahead and recommend it. Number 4, dirty blower wheels. So dirty blower wheel is something that we've seen pop up a little bit more consistently here lately. I can't explain why, but when your blower wheel gets dirty, it decreases your airflow. It puts more strain on your blower motor and could cause a failure. 1/10 of an inch of dirt on your blower wheel will decrease your airflow by 20%. So that's not my numbers, that's science. That's what I've been told from day one and I've been doing this for 15 years. So keep blower wheels clean, but when we're out there doing maintenance and we open up that furnace or air handler and we see that dirt on that blower wheel, we're going to recommend it to you. Now, is it going to cause an immediate failure for you? Probably not. Is it going to hurt the efficiency and the effectiveness of your system? It definitely will. And so, we offer that blower wheel cleaning in order to protect your system and help it to live a longer life. Now, before we get into number 5, I just want to say that here at Yarbrough & Sons, we appreciate each and every one of you. We appreciate you watching these videos, and give us a like, give us a follow if you find this useful. It helps us out. Hopefully you'll see some stuff that helps you out as well. Let's get moving on to number 5. Number 5 is ductwork. So when we're out there doing a maintenance on your system, we're looking over the entire system for anything that could shorten the life of it or cause you excessively high utility bills. Ductwork is one of those things that could do both. And so what we're going to be looking for is if there's any air leaks in the return ductwork that's bringing that attic heat, typically in Oklahoma, that attic heat into your system and warming that air up before it actually hits your evaporator coil. Or if it's leaking air on the return side, it could be causing your blower wheel or your evaporator coil to become dirty and then need a bigger service on it. And so that's one side of it. On the supply side, if you're leaking air into the attic, if you've got a duct that has come off, anything along those lines, we're looking for that, and we're going to recommend that to be repaired just to save you from spending that money to air condition an attic or a space that isn't typically air conditioned and doesn't need to be air conditioned. And so, we're going to be looking over the ductwork system to make sure that everything's attached. In some cases, if you're telling us that you've got some airflow issues, we'll be looking over and recommending any balancing that needs to be done or anything along those lines. We'll be looking and checking to see if your ductwork is sized properly. That's the things that we'll be looking at your ductwork for, and we'll recommend things that we see, y'all. It's called preventative maintenance for a reason. We're going to go out there and we're going to try to prevent breakdowns and service calls at the hottest time of the year. We want you to be comfortable in your home for an extended period of time, and preventative maintenance is one way that we can help to ensure that. There you have it, guys. 5 most common recommended repairs when we go out to do a preventative maintenance check on your air conditioner: capacitors, contactors, motors, blower wheel cleanings, and ductwork repairs. If you live in the Oklahoma City metro, you want to get your air conditioner looked at, give us a call, 405-485-3470. We'd be happy to come out, take a look at it. We offer preventative maintenance plans where we come out twice a year. Just ask the CSR when they answer the phone about it, and they can get you all the information and the pricing and on it and all of that. We appreciate you again. We love you. God bless.